Hi, Diana. Guess I should turn chat on my phone, huh?
Roofers are.
Hi, Marva. Hi, Melanie. All right, now I can see you guys. Oh, I gotta go to settings and change it to all messages. It was a pain in the tuchus. But okay, here we are. So this first box, I just ripped it open. I have not opened these two boxes yet. We're gonna do this real quick. I ordered some things for my girls. So I see T on here, but I don't think Chow and Tracy are on here, so they won't see it. And I'm gonna show them to you, and then I'm gonna tell you where you can get them from. Because I watch this lady's videos all the time, and I was just so impressed that I had to order them for myself. So here we go. There are some straws in here. Hi, Norma. Hi, Karen. Okay, and I gotta move the box, so hold on. And I know a lot of you guys do this kind of artwork. Not something that I would get into, but I thought I would support a small business. Hi, Star. And I ordered these, and I will ship these to my ladies. All right, you guys ready? Here we go. Wow. Okay, so these are frosted glass tumblers. And oh my God, mind blown with expectations here. So these are frosted glass tumblers. There is a hole for the straw to go in. Wow. I mean, Lauren, if you are watching, girl. Okay, so obviously this one is blue. Of course, I ordered them in different colors for everybody. I thought it was just going to be like this small little logo. Oh my gosh. And she didn't charge me any extra to do them in different colors. Let's look at all of them. So the name of the company, if you want to order, is 3 Pairs of Ears. She does a lot of Disney stuff, but I asked her if she would do the custom tumblers for us, and she did. And I really just thought it was going to be like a little logo. This blows my mind of how beautiful they are. And it's sublimation printed. Oh my gosh, it's stunning. I hope she did a video so you guys can watch it. So obviously this one's purple. Wow. So if you are looking for a unique gift for somebody in your life, I would highly recommend checking her out. Again, I just wanted to support a small business owner and get my girls something for holding down the fort here lately for me while I've been working and going to shows and everything else. Oh, this one's mine. Look at it. Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. And this is not vinyl, so I never have to worry about this washing off. But I thought summertime's coming. Tracy and I love our sweet tea. I know T works at home from the desk too. So this is nice to have on the desk. It has a lid, so it'll keep the pet hair out. And you can have your your sweet tea or whatever you want in there. Right? Well, a lot of ice. And this will fit in the car. Tracy and I are in the car a lot for work. So I think it serves everybody's purpose. So let's see here. I have another one that's the same color. And then there's one more. This is yours, T. I kind of did like the little rainbow thing. Isn't that beautiful? So just a little appreciation for you guys. So I'm going to leave her card in there. I will figure out how to package these up and get them shipped to you so they do not get broken, because that would be devastating. But again, the name of the company is 3 Pairs of Ears. And then I have one more, but it's the same color as one of the other ones. So I don't need to show you guys that. I appreciate you guys, I know that I have been very busy with work and going to shows, and I've put a lot of pressure on you guys to kind of step up, and you guys blew me away with the samples for my tools, and I wanted to give you guys a token of my appreciation for you, and at the same time, I couldn't buy you guys craft supplies because I don't know what to get you. You guys have everything. So I wanted to get something that was unique, and by supporting a small business, and get you guys something that I knew there was no possible way you had it. All right. So that is box number 1. Okay, here's box number 2, which you guys have already seen. This is nothing new, but let's open the box and see here. These are from my friends at Pink and Maine. Yeah, so if you guys are looking, her name is Lauren. The name of the company is 3 Pairs of Ears. I definitely, she has tumblers, she has glasses, she has plastic cups. I mean, anything anybody could want. But I thought it was neat to see the frosted glass with sublimation. All right, here she is, the beauty we've been waiting for. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, I got a little package here too. Let's see what's in here. Now, this was sent to me by Pink and Maine. Although, to be fair, we all know I would have bought one, right? Because it is my favorite color. I mean, that is my color. So, I am very thankful that they sent me one. But I would have bought it anyway. This will be my primary mink that I will be using. Oh, and you don't even know how much it killed me at Simon Says Create to be sitting next to all the beautiful minks. And then Tracy went over and bought one. Okay, these are the new garden toner sheets. So they look like they're more pastel colors. And we have some new foilables. Cute. Ooh, I like that one. All right, let's play with this, shall we? Thank you, Michelle. All right. Remember, what's today's date? Today is the last day for the code. I don't have that in front of me. But it's today's the last day on everything except subscription products and the mink. But if there's any foil art, foilables, toner sheets, stamps, dies, any of those, you should be able to use the coupon. It's only not available on subscription items or the mink. And this is a beautiful hot pink mink. And T put the code on there. It's FSC 2023. Today is the last day. T, can you grab my link out of the Stamp Wars video? Please, thank you. All right, let's plug this bad boy in. And if you are new to my channel, thank you for being here. I am going to do quite a few giveaways today. So we have giveaways for our Stamp Wars 29. If you did not watch Stamp Wars 29, Pink and Main was our sponsor, and we did some amazing foiling. And Chow was the host. She did a great job. Stamp Wars 30 will be the weekend of May 13th, I believe. And I just celebrated 29,000 subscribers. So I'm going to do quite a few names, so don't go anywhere, because if you commented on any of those videos, I've pulled the winners, and I'm going to tell you who won some fantastic prizes. And when we pull winners, we ask you to email us at foilingsnobsclub@gmail.com. That is the only way. There is a scammer, spammer, whatever you want to call it, out there that says hit me up on Telegram. I don't know what Telegram is. I don't use Telegram, so you can just ignore that nonsense. We make you email into foilingsnobsclub@gmail.com. Okay, let's plug this beautiful pink baby in. All right, there is some protective plastic on top. Now, the only place you can get this is from Pink and Main, and T has linked my link. They are the only ones that have this color mink. If you're not hot on pink, you can get the plain mink from Blick. We have a link for them. But who wants plain when you can have pink? And the large mink does come in a light pink, almost a lavender pink, but this is only the mini mink in this hot pink, okay? So you can see I plugged it in, and it works like any other mink. So what is a mink if you're asking at home? A mink machine is basically a laminator on steroids. That's the best way I can describe it. So think of it like a sports car. Yeah, you can drive your Honda minivan from point A to point B, and it works, it's reliable, it's fine. But what if somebody gave you like a Range Rover, right? And that Range Rover, you're styling, you can put more people, more stuff in that Range Rover, it just gets you there better, right? So that's what the mink is. It is the laminator on steroids. So a couple of things here. You're going to turn on the power back here, and then you're going to determine what heat setting you want here. Let me pull that styrofoam off. And we're going to go with 2. And then back here is the release button. So if your folders, your plastic folders get caught in here, they feed through the front and come out the back. You pull this and pull your folder. This will release or open the roller. So how this is different from a laminator is a couple things. Number one is it has different heat settings. A lot of laminators only have one heat setting, so you have to let your laminator heat up to get to different heat settings, and you can time it here. When it's ready, it'll go to green, but we have from 0, which is no heat, to 5 on the heat settings. The mink machine comes in 2 sizes. You have the mini mink, which this one is, which I believe is just larger than a 6.5-inch opening, and then Big Mama mink, which is about a 12-inch opening. So if you do scrapbook pages or you want to foil or laminate larger sheets, you want Big Mama mink. Look, it's green already. Most of us are okay with the mini mink, okay? If you're going to do laminating with your mink, you can. It comes with an instruction book, and it tells you the heat settings in here. So you want to keep this, and I think it's page 4 here. Let me double check. Nope, it's in the back. This instruction manual pretty much has not changed since they launched this thing like years and years ago. Okay, so you want to keep this page. This is page 7. And it tells you here, based on what you're using, what your heat setting should be. And this is a mistake a lot of people make. Depending on your paper, your foil print, or your toner print, and also the thickness and your foil, because there are different kinds of foils, will determine where your heat should be. Generally, the thicker something is, the hotter the heat needs to be. Usually I am at 3. Recently I found that a lot of the foils we've been using and the foil transfers are really good quality in terms of the paper it's printed on. It's not a super thick paper, but it's a super smooth paper. So because it's super smooth, the foil wants to stick to it right away. So start at 2 and then work your way up. If you see your foil is starting to wrinkle, then you're going to want to go to a low heat. If your foil is not transferring properly, you may want to go to a higher heat. Now, smaller mink heats up faster than the bigger mink. So with the bigger mink, you might need to start with 3, but with this guy, I'm going to start with 2. So not only does it have different heat settings, but it also has a faster heat up time, which you can see here. If you're going to use a laminator, you want to use your laminator with, hi Terry, you want to use your laminator with a 30-minute heat up time minimum, okay? So this you could see within a matter of minutes, it's warm to the touch. It doesn't get super hot. When you first get them, you do smell a burning smell, okay? There is some residue inside here from the process of, you know, building it. And so you will smell that burn off for a couple times of using it is perfectly normal. It will go away the more you use it. The third advantage is the number of rollers. This has rollers in the top and the bottom. So those rollers all heat up and they provide pressure. And that's what you need, pressure and heat. A laminator does not always provide enough pressure or heat. So there are some laminators which work okay. I don't think you need to spend $60, $70 on a laminator. I've pointed out there's some $30 laminators that work pretty good. But again, the advantage here is different heat settings. You have different sizes. You have multiple rollers. And a faster heat up time. And yes, you can laminate with the mink. So here's the secret to using the mink. You want to make sure you use the transfer folders that come with this. So this comes with one. And all this is a heat-proof plastic, okay? There's no sticky stuff in here. There's no lamination adhesive in here. This is just a heat-proof plastic. You do not use this in your laminator machine. If you're going to laminate anything in the mink, you put everything you're ever going to feed in the mink in this protective folder. That's what it's designed to do. And you always feed the folded side in first, okay? You never want to put anything in here, as we call it, naked, all right? Because it's possible it could get caught up in the rollers in there and get stuck in there, and that's not a pretty picture. Okay, so there is a user's manual in the guides in the Foiling Snobs Club. Yes. So if you're not a member, Foiling Snobs Club is our Facebook group. It's a private group. You can ask as many questions as you want. We just added 4 new moderators to help answer questions. And we have a lot of members that are experts. All right. So the first thing I'm going to say to you guys, and I said I was going to watch what I say, but I really need to also stick to my honesty roots here, is I think mink foil is the worst foil. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. But this foil is super thin. Can you see through that? Like, see the light? So it's very, very translucent. And because it's super thin, it gets very staticky. And because it gets very staticky, it wrinkles very easily when you put it through. So I know they give you some. I know you can buy mink foil cheaper. It's just the lowest quality foil I have come across. I would prefer that you get Deco or Thermoweb foil over this, or if you can, the H&H foil, or Pink and Main's foil is also textile foil, okay? So Pink and Main's foil is called sheer foil. It's textile foil. You get a 6-inch roll, and it's 25 feet of foil. And then we also have high quality foil from Blue Bonnet and Crafty Critta as well. Okay, so we give a lot of recommendations on companies based on where you live and who you want to do business with, but I never recommend mink foil. That's the one I find has the most problems, okay? So they give you these 2 little sheets of foil. They give you the carrier sheet, and they give you 2 examples of what you can foil. So when you do your foiling, you always want to dust off what you're foiling. So we are going to do Dusty Dusty, and I'm just using a soft brush here on our image. And this is a specially printed toner image. It's printed with a laser machine. Here's the foil they sent me. Look at this. It's damaged. Can you guys see that? So that means there's no foil where that was damaged. That will not transfer. So we're just going to cut this down to fit. And when you foil an image, you also want it Dusty Dusty the back. So Dusty Dusty our image, Dusty Dusty the back. Someone always asks, don't you want to use an anti-static tool so it's not so staticky? And the answer is never. Never, ever, ever. Okay, that does not work because in theory, this will heat up, the black parts will start to melt, the foil will stick to it. If you have tiny particles of cornstarch, which is basically what an anti-static tool is, guess what's going to happen? The foil will not stick to your image. Your little tiny particles of dust will interfere with your foiling, okay? So you never want to use anything. You don't want to use tape either. I know a lot of people like to tape. You don't need tape. You're just going to gently put that in there. Make sure there's no lumps and bumps. Smooth that out. And we're going to do the folded side into the front here. And I'm going to guide that in with my hands. And I want to hold that straight on until it gets fed through the back. If you let go, especially with some of the longer folders, what happens then is when you let go, as this goes down, the other end tips up. And when it tips up, a lot of times it gets stuck inside the mink and the mink chews up your carrier folder. So if that happens, and it's a learning process. I always tell you guys, every machine is a little different. So you really kind of want to feed this in the middle, straight on. But by holding that and guiding it through, you'll prevent those corners from catching and getting chewed up. And if it does get chewed up, my recommendation is throw those away. They sell these extra folders 2 in a pack. You can get them almost everywhere. Okay? All right. So then you want to let this cool. So while that's cooling, we'll do this other one. And again, we're going to Dusty Dusty the back of our foil, Dusty Dusty our image. And again, this is a specially printed toner image, printed with a laser printer. So yes, if you have a laser printer at home, you can certainly print your own images. In fact, we have free files in the Foiling Snobs Club that you can download and print anytime you want. You can print as many as you want, as long as you're not selling them. Okay, so again, we did the Dusty Dusty, and I just cut that foil down. I don't want any excess hanging off and giving me wrinkles. Okay, the other thing you're going to notice is when I feed my images in here, I put my image in long ways, or hot dog, right? If you put your image in this way, as the rollers and the heat start to catch that, sometimes it causes air bubbles in your foil. And because it's a wider area, your foil doesn't always stick properly. So instead of putting it in horizontally, try to put your image in vertically if you can. Now, I know that doesn't always work. Even a little tilt will be fine. They sell these folders in different sizes, so you can buy longer ones and bigger ones, and you can cut them down to fit. All right, so again, we're going to feed that through, folded side in. I'm going to help that a little bit. I see Chow. Yes, Melanie. Okay, so, and I'm going to foil some of the new foilables and show you how to use those toner sheets as well. And if you are totally new to foiling and you don't know the difference between glimmer foiling and mink foiling, toner foiling and hot foiling, I recommend checking out my other videos. I have one video that says don't start foiling until you watch this video. It is a long video. It's 3 hours long. But the first hour and a half is focused on this toner foiling and the tips and tricks along the way. And the second hour and a half is on hot foiling, which is the glimmer, the foil press, the go press and foil. Okay, so now that this has cooled down, we do need a purple mink now. We're gonna reveal this, and you can see it did okay, but do you see that little spot on the R? Is the camera picking that up? That's a dust spot, see it? So that's what happens when you don't dusty. And again, these were designed just to test the machine. It's not, you'll see when I show you the other ones. See how that foil looks kind of bumpy? It's not a really good quality foil. Okay, so let's show this one. Hold on, Tracy's texting me. She just got home. Okay, so here's the second one, which is just a little camera. Click. And then you can color these in. You can color these in with markers, with pencils, and then just be careful with alcohol markers. Sometimes alcohol markers lift the foil, but you can color them, use them on a card front. So testing my mink with their products, it works fine. Now let me show you the difference when you go to a higher quality product. So we're gonna use these new Pink and Main foilables, and I actually do want to use this kind of basket weave one where they call it rattan, like it's furniture, right? Rattan. Okay, so let me show you guys this one and how it makes a difference. It's a very tight pattern on here, very tight weave. And I'm going to use some of their Gold Fairy Wings cheer foil. Chow wants a pink one. And again, these rolls of foil are textile foil, which means they're a thicker quality. It's just, you can feel it's much thicker. It come on a roll, so you can cut the size that you want. I know some of you guys like to cut your foil down. I like mine on a roll. It makes it easier to store. And then I can do a 4-inch card, 6-inch card, whatever I want to do. Where sometimes when the foil comes in sheets, you got to make do, right? And sometimes your image might be longer than your sheet, especially if you do your own foiling. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing here. We have our image, and we're going to dusty our image, and we're going to dusty our foil. Now, if you don't have a dusty brush, these are on Amazon. They're only a few dollars. They're in my Amazon shop. Just a dedicated soft brush. Pink and Main also sells a soft duster brush, which is basically a chamois. They have 2 packs, so you can use one chamois for dusting your foil and one chamois for cleaning off your stamps. And they're both pink, of course. Okay. Now I'm going to feed this one through horizontally. So I'm going to go this way. And then we'll do another one vertically and see how it works out. Okay, I'm still on setting 2. I might need to go up to setting 3. We'll find out when we reveal this, because this is a thicker foil and a thicker cardstock. So if this doesn't foil all the way, we're going to go to a setting 3. Hello, Elizabeth. And again, today is the last day to save at Pink and Main. If you guys want to do some shopping at Pink and Main, please use my code. If you want to order the pink mink or any of the foilables or toner sheets or stamps and dies, they have a beautiful embossing folder. I'm going to show you guys. In fact, we're going to play with that while we're here today. Okay, so I'm going to let this guy cool down, and we're going to dusty this one. And again, you just want to cut a little bit of that foil off. You don't have to, but You don't want it too small because foil shrinks. As it sticks, it will shrink. So you want a little bit of a border around your image. And then you can save these smaller pieces for sentiments and things like that. All right, and this one, so this one we did horizontally. This one we're going to do vertically. Okay, and before I put that in, let's see if it's hot enough. That did okay, but I have a couple of missed spots here. That's a big speck of dust. You can see that, right? So I don't feel like, I still see some bumps, which tells me I don't think I have enough heat. So I'm going to go up to 3, and you're going to see it flash from red to green until when it warms up. There's quite a few kind of missed spots on here. So I don't have the adhesion that I want. It still looks great. And honestly, no one's going to notice if you throw a sentiment and some sequins on there. That looks really pretty. Okay. And we're going to save this piece. This is called waste foil or reverse foil, whatever you want to call it. And I'm going to show you how to use these as well. Okay, so we've got this up to 3 now. It says it's ready. So we're going to feed this same one in, but we're going to do it vertically instead of horizontally. Frida, Tracy was on. It was Tracy, T, me, and Chow was the host. Oh, her follow-up video, she posted that when we got back from Simon Says Create. Oh, she missed the follow-up. Okay, got it. I got it. All right, so now we're going to see if increasing the heat and changing the direction gave us better results on this. Okay. We're going to talk about these toner sheets. So you guys have seen colored toner sheets before. Now Pink and Maine has them, and they have them in black. They have them in primary colors, and now they have them in these new garden toner colors. So let me show you what garden... Oh, I'm going to cut these off the top. There we go. Tracy was definitely on there. I will promise you that. All right, so instructions are on the back here on how to use this with a laminator or a Mink. Tells you everything I've just shown you. Cut out the size you want, cover it with foil, dusty, run it through your Mink or your laminator, and you want to use some kind of a carrier sheet. Now in a laminator, you're going to use regular copy paper or parchment paper. In the Mink is the only time you should be using these special Mink carrier sheets, okay? So we have a lighter pink, like a garden green or a grass green, a lime green. So this pink, the first one is more of a fuchsia pink, and then this one would be like a purpley pink. We have a lighter orange and a dark orange. And then we have a light blue and a darker fuchsia. So we have light orange, dark orange, lighter green, medium green, and then we have these 3, which are kind of pink purple colors, and then light blue. Okay, so how would you use these, or why would you use these? So these come in handy when you have waste foil. So I'm going to show you that in a second. So let's reveal this one. And this one foiled much better. Okay, so let me bring up the original one I foiled. And I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, but there's just a... Okay, so do you know when you do heat embossing and you melt the embossing powder, and if you don't put enough heat to it, the embossing powder is kind of bumpy. And if you add a little bit extra heat to it, the embossing powder smooths itself out and it gets kind of glossy. It's kind of the same thing when you're foiling. So I'll try to see if the camera will pick this up. This is the one I had on 2. This is the one I had on 3. This has a more even, consistent look to the foiling. This one has a little bit of bumpiness. Not anything most people would notice. This is still passable as good foiling. Really, you can see it in this area where the foil just didn't stick all the way. Right in here. There's kind of some pocking. Can you see that? I know it's hard because the camera doesn't like to focus in on the foil. And then on this piece, this is almost perfectly foiled. I think I saw one little, there's a hair right there. But this piece is almost perfectly foiled. It's very smooth. There isn't any of those lumps or bumps or anything like that other than that tiny piece of hair right there. Fuzz. And that's why we do dusty, dusty. So it looks great, but you need to learn your machine. You have to learn your foilables, your foil art, your foil that you're using, because mink foil, again, it's a thinner foil. It would have probably started to wrinkle at 3. So if you get wrinkling, turn your heat down. If you get areas that are not fully covered in foil, turn your heat up 1 notch. But I would start, if you're buying good quality foilables, foil art, and foil, you're probably between 2 and 3 on your machine. On a big mama mink, you're probably between 3 and 4. The more you use this, the more it's going to heat up as well. So as I'm using this, it's possible that this is going to get too hot and I'm going to have underfoiling. So we want to make sure that if I'm using this for a while, and there is a shut off timer on these, that I keep an eye on the time, because if I'm starting to foil, having a good time, everything looks great, and then all of a sudden my foil starts missing or wrinkling, then I may need to turn my heat down a little bit. So keep that in mind. Laura Ann says her order's coming tomorrow. Okay, so let me show you guys this, because again, you can use your coupon. Today is the last day. All right, so toner sheets now come in colors. They used to only come in black, and now Pink and Maine is carrying them. I'm just going to use black for the sake of me being stingy and not wanting to use my colored ones, but I will show you what they do. So what are these? These are full toner. So everything that is printed with a laser printer, like I've shown you guys here, that is toner. And what toner does is it melts and then the foil sticks to it. So they've created these full toner sheets, and they come in black and they come in a multitude of colors now, okay? And what you can use these for is, number one, your waste foil. So we have, let me grab the one that came out better here. We have these 2 pieces of waste foil, right? This one has the little hair. Okay, so what you're going to do is, instead of throwing this foil away, again, we're going to dusty the back of that. We're going to dusty our toner sheet. I don't like that color combo. Let's try something else. But you can see when these get foiled, that color combo is what's going to come through. I think I'm going to go with the lime green. This one. So you cut these down to where you want them. You can also use them for die cutting. And if you're going to do die cutting, you want to do your foiling first, die cutting second. I am going to show you that next. So I want to cut this down to 4 inches. Your foil must be larger than your image. I'm going to go 4 1/4. If your foil is not larger than your image and you expose any of this toner, remember, it melts when heat touches it. So if it melts when heat touches it, it will stick to anything available. So you want to make sure that your foil fully covers your toner sheet. And again, you saw me do dusty dusty there. I cannot tell you how many people came up to me at Create and they were like, we love your dusty dusty. All right, so now when I foil this, all of that color will show through. That is the advantage to color toner sheets, is now I can reuse my waste foil and get another use out of it with color underneath. It's not just plain cardstock, because this foil, toner foil, needs something to stick to. It will not stick on its own like hot foil will, okay? The other thing is, like I said, using it for die cuts. So I have this Pink and Main butterfly die cut and embossing folder. I also have an example of a sentiment here, and you foil first and cut second, okay? So again, grabbing a piece of this. Where'd that scrap piece of foil go? Did I cut off? I've only been sitting here for 20 minutes. My desk is a mess already. All right, so I'm going to cut this about yay big. I'm loving these new Spellbinders big scissors. I use them for everything. They're non-stick. They're just super heavy. They're really nice. And they cut with a straight edge. There's no serrated edge. Okay, so this is the Butterflies Cut and Emboss folder. The Butterflies Cut and Emboss folder does not coordinate with the Butterflies stencils, just so you guys know. So we need to foil first. So I'm going to do this butterfly here. So I need to cut this to size. Okay. But before I die cut him, I need to foil it. So I have my foil. I have my toner sheet. What do we need to do? Dusty dusty. I just saw a piece of glitter go flying across the desk there. Okay. And again, we want to make sure that none of that toner is exposed. If I run this through my folder like this and that black is exposed, this will stick to my folder. So I want to make sure that that is all covered. And I'll show you here. Here's a tiny little inkling that's hanging out. That'll stick to the folder. Watch. Foil first, cut second. So that black toner sheet will turn into a full gold piece of foil there. Okay, the code is Stamp Wars 2023. SW 2023 for the discount. SW 2023, we have our link there for Pink and Main, please. But that coupon expires today. So let's reveal this piece using the colored toner sheet. And look how gorgeous that came out. And now we have no waste. This is now garbage. There's no waste on here. So I got 2 panels out of 1 piece of foil. So our original panel and our toner sheet panel. Now, if you don't like the green, you could also put another piece of foil on this and it would stick to any place that's green. But I think that looks pretty good. I got 2 sheets. This is what toner sheets are for your waste foil. The other thing toner sheets are good for is sentiment. So remember that little black piece there? I told you it would stick to the folder. Can you see that line? Now that's just a tiny line. It doesn't affect anything. But if you had this slip and the foil slipped off of here or whatever, then this whole thing would turn black. You'd have a whole thing. These are designed to get a little yucky. It's designed so that that does not end up in your rollers, which is why you want to use one of these carrier sheets. This is not a laminating sheet. It is a carrier sheet, and it's designed to keep everything together just like that. So if your carrier sheets get a little crusty or grungy, you can use a little bit of 100% acetone to clear them off with a cotton ball, which is basically nail polish remover with no conditioners, no cuticle oil, nothing like that, no vitamin E. You want to have a couple of these on hand. They are disposable. They are not supposed to last forever. They're going to get crusty. They're going to get chewed up. When they get chewed up is really when you want to throw them away. Every mink machine will one day eat a carrier sheet, and it will crumple this whole thing up, and it will leave these ridges. Throw it away. Do not try to save it. Do not try to flatten it. Just throw it out. It's not worth fixing it because you'll just mess up your machine even more. Okay, so black toner sheet, gold sheer foil. We're going to reveal this. Look how beautiful that is. So now I have this beautiful foiled piece of cardstock. And now I'm going to run it through my butterfly embossing folder, which is right here. And I have not used this yet, so I'm going to run it through my Gemini Junior and see how we do. So this part is going to press up, so I think I want it like this. And it's supposed to cut and emboss at the same time. Let me see if there's instructions. Nope. Okay, we're going to run it through the Gemini Junior with the normal sandwich and see how it does. So with the Gemini Junior sandwich, it's going to be bottom plate. By the way, craft first plates, still running strong, still pretty flat. If you have not looked into these for your Gemini or your Gemini Junior, they're in my Amazon shop. I love them. I'm really, really happy and impressed with this company. I have been using this. This is the first set that I bought like 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago. I bought them before they contacted me, and I have not had any issues with them. All right. And then we're going to do top plate. So let me see if this doesn't work, then we may need to use a shim. So hold on. All right, that felt a little light to me, but let me just take a look. I think it worked. So if you're going to use this cut and emboss folder, it's just your 2 clear plates on your Gemini Junior. No extra shims needed. You pop this guy out. And now I have a beautiful die cut and foiled embossed butterfly. So that's where toner sheets come in handy, is not just foiling the waist, but any sentiments or anything you want to die cut and you want that foil to match. That's where you want those colored toner sheets. Okay, that's all I had to show you guys. Again, today is the last day for your Pink and Main discount. The code is SW for Stamp Wars 2023. And you can use the discount on the foil, the foilables, their stamps, dies, this embossing folder. You cannot use the discount on the new mink, the pink mink. You cannot use the discount on any of their subscription plans, which makes sense, right? So let me shut this off. And I have winners, right? Don't go anywhere. We have winners. And then I just shut my machine off and let that cool down. It does have an auto shut off after using it for so long. It's a safety feature. It will shut itself off. But I'm very happy. It works like all the other minks, and it's pretty. Okay, let's talk about winners and what am I giving away? Well, I know that Tracy and I are giving away what you just saw me play with. So I have 2 kits that I'm giving away, and Tracy has a kit she's giving away, which is a roll of foil and the Foilables kit. Okay, so I'm going to tell you who my 2 winners were. I already picked everybody, so this should be easy. Let me just find the list. I wrote it down. Hold, please. Okay, so my 2 winners. And again, you must claim your prize by emailing us. Where's my email? You guys, I'm still in work clothes. Like, this is my work suit. In fact, I'll show you how much my real job is interfering with my fun job, which is you guys. Okay, so write this down. If I call your name, I'm picking quite a few winners because we have the 29K winners, which are gift cards, and we have the Stamp Wars winners. And I'm just going to announce everybody's winners, and you must email us at foilingsnobsclub@gmail.com. And in the subject line, you must tell us who your winner was, okay? Tracy, I hear you. Thank goodness it's Friday. All right, so let me do it this way. There we go. See, this is how I went to work today. I have black slacks on, black heels. It was all like professional work lady. This is my normal 9 to 5. All right, let me pick my winners now. Okay. All right, so our first winner is T's winner. So T's winner is Susan Hansen. So Susan Hansen, you have been picked by T. You need to email foilingsnobsclub@gmail.com, and in the subject line put T's winner, and you have to give us your full mailing address and phone number, please. We need your full address and phone number to ship your package. We use ShipStation, Shipping Pal, I don't know what we use. Shipping Pal, whatever it is. So it does ask us for your name and your phone number. So congratulations, Susan Hansen, you are T's winner. Put that in the subject line. Okay. Chow's winner is Frida Partlow. Frida, you are Chow's winner. Make sure you email in to foilingsnobsclub@gmail.com and put Chow's winner. Okay. Tracy's winner is Susan Tomko. Susan Tomko, you won from Tracy Schultz. That's your winner. Congratulations, everybody. And then I have 2 winners. And my 2 winners are Susan Schaefer. Susan Schaefer, you won prize number 1 from me. And Lana Scrap Addict. Lana Scrap Addict, you won from me. So our winners are, again, Susan Hansen from T, Frida Partlow from Chow, Susan Schaefer and Lana Scrap Addict from Nancy, and Susan Tomko from Tracy. So please email us, foilingsnobsclub@gmail.com, to claim your prize. We need your address and phone number. If you do not claim your prize by Sunday night, you forfeit it. Because I announced to everybody, we normally pull the winners every week. We gave you guys an extra week. We want to get these in the mail on Monday. I don't want to be hanging on to prize packages. So you forfeit it if you don't claim by Sunday night. I told everybody I'm picking winners tonight, so you should be here. Or you should be watching the replay. Okay. Now I have 3 additional winners. And these 3 winners win $25 gift certificate to one of these 3 shops. You will either get a gift certificate to Spellbinders, you will either get a gift certificate to Kitchen Sink Stamps, or you will get a gift certificate to Gina K. Okay, so those are the 3 places I said I would pick from: Spellbinders, Gina K, or Kitchen Sink Stamps. And it's going to be a $25 e-gift certificate. So even if you are international, it didn't matter. You were able to win. So the first winner I have is Jennifer Stewart. Jennifer Stewart, please email in foilingsnobsclub@gmail.com. Okay. The next one is God's Desire for Me, which is Diana. Diana, you won. And Sandy Visker, you won. So Sandy Visker, Diana, God's Desire, Diana, and Jennifer Stewart. You guys are the winners of my 29,000 subscriber giveaway. Okay? I'm not done. I'm not done. I am now going into chat and I'm going to pick 2 random winners that I will just mail stuff to. If you don't mind, that it might be slightly used but not very much used, I'm just going to mail you a prize package. So if you want to win a prize package from me that might be lightly used and you're in the US, I want you to comment I don't know what I want you to comment. I want you to comment if you like colored toner sheets. Not if you've used them, not if you have them, if you think that that idea is neat. Would you like to see more ideas with colored toner sheets? Maybe something in the works there. So comment if you like colored toner sheets. Yes, I see your comments. So keep on commenting. And I'm going to randomly pick 2 people that I'm just going to go through my prize box and send you something. I'm just waiting for you guys to comment. And again, the winners that I did pick, email foilingsnobsclub@gmail.com with your address and your phone number so we know where to mail your package. I love the comments. Okay, our first winner has already applied. Oh, I also wanted to mention thank you to everybody who has donated to my friend Corinne's GoFundMe. She has raised the goal. So we are still looking for donations. You can read about that. I will post the GoFundMe down in the description for you. She's going through a little bit of a hard time right now personally. And if you don't know Corinne, she was on Stamp Wars with us last year. She's an amazing person. I consider her a very good friend of mine. I talk to her very often, and she's just going through a little bit of a family struggle right now. And I would like to help raise funds to help her out. So I did start a GoFundMe for her. And we want to try to get as much as we can to help her. She basically has to move with her children in a short period of time. And so these funds will help her with that. So I will link the GoFundMe. If you have an extra 20 bucks that you can use to help this woman and her kids, it would be greatly appreciated. Instead of donating to me, donate to her, please. I will link that down below. We are still taking donations for her to help her out. Thank you, Liz. Okay. The next stamp show that I am going to will be with Tracy in July, and that is the Stamp Scrap Art Tour. Stamp Scrap Art Tour in Monroeville, Pennsylvania, which is just outside of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So I will be there with Tracy in July. We are not going there to work. We are going as consumers. So you might see us there filming some videos. That is also Tracy's family barbecue, family reunion. So I'm honorary member of the family now. So we normally do the family barbecue on Saturday. And then we go to the show. So it's the Stamp Scrap Art Tour in Monroeville, Pennsylvania, which is just outside of Pittsburgh. It is in July. That is the only other show I am scheduled to go to this year. I will not probably go to York or Lancaster or Maryland. I don't think we'll be going to any of those shows this year. We put out a lot of time and effort at Create, which was amazing, but it put a little strain on our budgets, obviously. So we're going to go to the Pittsburgh show, and that's it. We might go to CHA next year. We're talking about it. We'll see. The discount code to Pink and Main is use my link, and the discount code is SW2023. All right, let me pick winner number 1. Winner number 1, I love your name. It is One Happy Chappy. So, One Happy Chappy, if you don't mind some secondhand, lightly used stamps, foils, stickers, dies, things like that, you're going to email foilingsnobsclub@gmail.com and put Nancy's extra winner, One Happy Chappy. I love it. I love it. Okay, let's see who else we can pick. I'm going to pick another one with a fun name here. Nipper Crafting. Nipper Crafting. The fun names win today. Nipper Crafting. You are my second winner. Please email me. Put Nancy's bonus winner number 2. Please email me at foilingsnobsclub@gmail.com with your address and your phone number. And I'll put a little prize package together. And then everybody else, I will buy a gift certificate online. For the people that won this, I will package it up and send it to you on Monday. So all my prizes will go out by Monday. Okay. All right. Well, thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. I will put the links down below of everything I talked about. Again, this is your last day to purchase at Pink and Main with the discount. So any of these foilables that you're interested in, they have a whole bunch. Any of the toner sheets, and again, I think black toner sheets are a staple that everybody should have. They have some different colors of the colored toner sheets as well. This is called the new garden toner sheets. So you can go check those out. The stencils, the embossing folders, their stamps. You can use the discount on all of these. The only thing you can't use the discount on is the Pink Mink and their subscription kits. So go check them out. I will put Corin's GoFundMe down below. And if you're not following the rest of my team, I'll put their links down below. You should definitely be following them. We have a whole bunch of fun. If you are on Facebook, we have 6,300 members. I can't believe that. I can't believe I have 29,000 and there's another 6,300 in Facebook. Facebook group is called Foiling Snobs Club, and it's just a fun crafting group. We hang out, we talk, we're real, we are very supportive. We are not sponsored by a company, okay? So there are design teams that Tracy and I and T and Chow are on that we post the links for those design teams and the products that we use, but it is not a company-specific group, okay? So we encourage all kinds of creativity. We do have a couple rules. We just like to keep everybody kind of in the straight line. We don't want our group to be bombarded by outside companies or design team members. So we do have a couple of very simple rules, but the main rule is just be nice and be creative. And that's it. All right. Thank you everybody for hanging out. Tomorrow my fishing lake opens officially for the year, but it's rainy, crappy weather this weekend. So I'll be working on design team projects. You guys want to know how I get it done? I worked all week, so all weekend I'll be working on design team projects. So make sure you keep an eye out. Okay, guys, that's it. Don't forget the thumbs up on the way out. If you haven't subscribed, click the bubble butterfly in the bottom corner there and subscribe. Stamp Wars 30. I'm going to tell you right now, I know I say this every time, but we top ourselves every year. We go, right? Like we bring special guests, we get new products, we get VIP. I will tell you right now, I think Stamp Wars 30 is going to be the biggest guest appearance we have ever had. I promise you that. Biggest guest we have ever had. I cannot believe we're on the radar. And you're not going to want to miss it. So Stamp Wars 30, I believe that's May 13th. let me double check my calendar. Yes, May 13th, Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern, right here. I have a phone call with this person tomorrow to sort everything out. Biggest guest we have ever had. I'm nervous. I'm very nervous. But I think it's going to be amazing. So. You'll have to wait and see. I'm not going to give you any more hints. But just be here. Just be here. If I could tell you guys who it was, we would blow up YouTube that night. But I can't tell you because part of Stamp Wars is it's a secret. Okay, I'm going to go now before my big mouth says too much about anything. Bye, guys. Get your minks out and practice.